That's so fucking wild.
All the way down.
Like, I don't even know what
saw
electronic... unless he, like, put sensors in it or something.
Bro.
Maybe there was a nicer dual disc than what we had, but... That's so nuts.
Not bad.
Nope.
Poppy like gear.
Y'all got any Sparkle Horse?
Y'all got any Sparkle Horse?
You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Oh,
You're not that guy.
From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
All right,
Okay.
let's just jump right into it, huh?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Episode 80, and
Oh my god.
where do we hit 100 subscribers?
Yeah, I don't... You said something about that. I didn't...
We're at 107 right now, and
You said
that's
Dan did something?
so. The way that we've been pushing hard on the subscribers is that Dan has been reaching out to like people he knows. And he's like, I would love if you subscribed, and so the more he does that, the more subscribers we get. Now the shorts have been very popular as well. So
I know. I've seen that. I've seen that on the.
I have like
I've seen that.
I have a sticky note of all the shorts that I'm gonna make from this past week's sewed. There's something about Steve's like face app thing we did, and then you were like, "Yeah, I had to go into the mines," and I was like, "We back in the mines," and then I said, "Creep up," so I might do that one. The ukulele sale, that's gonna be a short, where you were like, "Dude, I got some bad news for you." So,
Yeah, sorry about that.
but yeah, we're
Man,
back.
that's
one bucket of pancakes.
How
maybe
are
we
you?
should just
Nice
take
haircut.
the whole hour-long podcast and chop it into 50-second clips, huh?
Honestly, it would do better than the fucking full episodes.
Well, it's how it
Did
be
y'all see
sometimes.
that? Look on the monitor.
But yeah. I again like the haircut.
Thanks,
How's it feel?
Different for sure, but time for my annual haircut, and I got a wedding to go to in a little over almost 2 weeks, I guess now. But yeah,
When we started doing video for this podcast, your hair was like maybe I would say 2 or 3 months longer than this. Like it wasn't super long.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I got my haircut over a year ago was the last time, so yeah,
Wowzers.
it was like July last year. Mom had a friend come cut all our haircuts because we still weren't.
That
really
was the
going
last
out.
time, dog?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I said I get an annual haircut. I don't know. I feel like every time I cut my hair short, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it cut more often, and then I just don't. So,
Well, it
we'll
looks
see.
great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Just just doing my thing. I made a really ridiculous purchase last week,
You didn't want to wait till you got
but
it?
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Okay.
yet. Just stick around. Come back for episode 81.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it
I
more.
can't wait till you get it.
I know, dude. All I'll say is it's 12 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So
Like a little toddler.
yeah,
Or not even.
It's
I'm
coming
an idiot,
from-
little baby.
it's coming from Portland. So they said
Nice.
Friday. So
Cool.
hopefully we'll
We'll
have
get
it for
it.
the
I
next.
can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
So what's going on in the world?
I wanted to ask you guys something kind of, but a little story since I doubt y'all have really heard it. Horizon Forbidden West is
Yep.
supposed to be coming out next year now. I'm pretty excited. Maybe you'd seen some of the news, but they showed it off. They announced release dates, and then they mentioned that the PlayStation 4 version would not get a free upgrade to PlayStation 5, which is something they've been
Whoa.
doing with some games where, like, you have the PS4 version.
So you got to
but-
buy it a second time? That's pretty bullshit.
That's
so
stupid.
sometimes they'll do, which I think was what they were saying, is it would be like a $10 upgrade charge or something like that. But it's kind of weak because if you don't have a PS5 yet and you get it, and you get one later, you got to pay more, even though it's the same game. While Xbox is doing their like smart delivery thing where you buy the game, and whatever console you put it into, you get that version. Which
That is really smart.
yeah. But some games have had it. Some have had upgrades. Like Ghost of Tsushima was supposed to be pay for the upgrade. Anyways, they had said before though that it would be free, so people flipped out, and then they came out and were like, okay, we messed up, we'll make it free, but just going forward, all of the games that are coming out on both, you'll have to pay $10 for to get the upgrade.
Okay.
Yikes.
And
That's dumb as hell.
I just wanted to ask. if
Okay,
you
so
guys,
next time we'll just make another big stink. And
well,
and they'll
no,
do it again.
because this one was like they had different times where they said it would be free, and what they said was that they were talking about because it would still be in the launch window of the PlayStation 5. I don't really understand what their launch window entails because it's like months and months, but they wanted to give people the option since you wouldn't be able to get one right away. And I think they thought because it'd be over a year that the console's out, it's no longer launch window, so you have to pay. But they're saying it now so that people can't come out later and be like, you said, or you did it for the other ones or whatever.
Sorry, this fell off.
But my original thought was like, oh, well, you know, if you buy that version knowing you might want to play it on PlayStation 5 later, like if you buy a PS4 and then you get the PS5, I haven't been like replaying a lot of games, so I'm in my mind was like I'd just wait till I get a PlayStation 5 and play it. Not everyone wants to do that, I get that. But I kind of thought, well, you're buying, you know, it's a different version, so, you know, $10, like that seems kind of fair.
That's
a lot
fair.
of games are coming
Yeah.
out as like 70, you know, well, a handful. But then I thought about it and I saw some comments. People were like, imagine paying for a feature that PC users have always had.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, this headline says Sony to offer free Horizon Forbidden West PS4 to PS5 upgrade after criticism.
Yeah.
But it says Sony commits to $10 PS4 to PS5 game upgrades.
Going forward after
Yeah.
Horizon, because
Yeah.
they said like God of War and all these other ones that
Okay.
are getting
Yeah. All right, I'm
Both.
following you now.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I was thinking it seemed fair, $10, like whatever. But again, like PC
I mean, that's
users,
the-
you
that's
don't
the-
even buy it. There's no different version. You get it and you play it on low or ultra or whatever.
That $10 is just the difference between the PS4 and PS5 version, though.
That's what I was saying, and because a lot of PlayStation 5 games looks like will be $70, so that's
Yeah.
kind of how I felt about it. But I feel like people think
Because
that
I think you could just go and buy the PS4 version and expect to get the upgrade no matter what, right? Like, and you're saving $10,
yeah.
which, I mean, I kind of understand why Sony's doing that then.
But I guess you know, I don't know. Type it out. Does it say how much Horizon Forbidden West will be?
Planned. Sony has originally planned to force PS4 players of Horizon Forbidden West to purchase the $79.99 Deluxe Edition. It doesn't say what the regular price is. Deluxe Edition is $80. Collector's Edition is $200. The Regala Edition is $260.
It says the PlayStation 4 version, special launch edition $60, launch edition PS5 is $70. Yeah, so
yeah, so
that's
I
what
mean,
I was thinking. I just felt like
I mean,
it seemed
I honestly
fair.
feel like that makes sense. Like, I don't feel.
It is also like what kind of whack that they're making them $70.
Oh, yeah.
$10 price difference for the same game, updated textures and whatever. Like that's cool, but it's the same game, and I don't know enough to say that they had to actually make two different builds. Though is my thing. Like,
Yeah.
did they? Because it seems kind of weird that they would have to. But the PlayStation 4 has that weird architecture. Or well, no, it's PS3 that did. Never mind. So I don't really know. I just thought it was kind of interesting, and like I don't really care that much, but I also have like, you know, more disposable income maybe than some people that only get to buy a couple of games a year. So the $10 could be like kind of fucked up if you get a PlayStation 5 later and want to play it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That kind of thing doesn't bother me a lot, but it is weird that, you know, Xbox, they've been doing awesome with their like PR and letting it to be a free thing.
I feel like Xbox really has the consumer in mind more and more, and I really feel like they've learned a lot of the lessons that they've kind of fucked up on. As far as like, we've talked about it before, but way back when they launched when they were pre-launched with the Xbox One, when they were like, it's a media machine, and then people were like, that's not what we want, and they've listened. I think that Sony is not like, Sony's making great games and a really interesting like R&D with the controller and stuff. But I don't think they're doing a lot to satisfy the needs of the consumer the way that Xbox is.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think it's funny because every time one of these companies is doing really well, they misstep, and like PS2 was like the best selling console, and then when they went to the PS3 they're like, hey, it's real expensive, and like backwards compatibility wasn't great, or really I don't even know if it worked with all the games.
Non-existent, pretty much.
And
I mean, Sony fucking sucks at backwards compatibility.
well, again,
compared
going
to Microsoft.
I don't know if it was the like PlayStation 4 they tried to make it more standard, but as the way I understand it, PS3 was was very different. It wasn't like
Wasn't it like super hard to emulate?
yeah, because it's so weird how they made it. I don't know enough to fucking say exactly what the deal
Bro,
is.
just say what the deal
But
is.
the fucking console architecture was different, where when they were making Xbox games, it wasn't just a like port to work with there. It was sometimes a struggle to get it to work on both, but because it's the two big names that, everyone did it. But going to PS4, like you can't plug in a PS3 game because it's just so weird. They changed it. So I don't know. I just think that they're doing they messed up there. Then the Xbox 360 was big, and if you look at it, PS3 ended up like recovering and selling well. But everyone I knew had a 360, right? A couple people had
Yeah, it was
PS3s,
incredibly popular.
and then Xbox messed up with the Xbox One, and pretty much everyone was getting PS4s. And,
PS4 was huge, yeah.
and now I feel like it might swing a little bit the other way. But PlayStation does make really good games, and we've talked about Game Pass is great, but it's just a lot of like solid titles, but nothing like insane that I'm like I gotta get an Xbox for that.
I feel like a part of me feels like they are more neck and neck now in the competition because they each have something that is super desirable. Xbox has Game Pass. I don't think people care as much about the console, to be honest with you. And I think PS5 has a really fantastic console that people really want, and they don't have the supply.
Yeah, I mean, no one has. I mean, I've seen more Xboxes for sale for sure than PlayStation 5s, but yeah, I mean, and they've said that they're not really Xbox isn't really competing. They're like more worried about Game Pass, and like you said, they don't necessarily care about the console. If I have it on PC, that's all they care about. So I don't really think PlayStation's like screwed up with this or anything like that, but it just feels weird to me that they've been very messy with their messaging. And I mean, even the day that the PS5s went up for pre-order, they kept saying, well, we'll let you know ahead of time so everyone can be ready. I watched the conference and they didn't say when they were going to be up for pre-order, and then like Jeff Keighley tweeted that they'd be up that night, and I was at Fargon like just hanging out, totally missed it. And I saw that they were available, and I tried to get one on Walmart real quick and missed it. And I'm like, why would you not say that during the press conference? Like, I don't understand, or the whatever you want to call their little shows. So they've been pretty bad about it forever. Even the first games they showed, they weren't saying if they were going to have a PlayStation 4 version, I think, because they were trying to show them off, like, look at all these PS5 titles. And eventually it's, oh yeah, all of them are going to also be on PlayStation 4. So you can still play them if you can't get this console that no one can get. So,
Which, I mean, I think is a smart idea because, I mean, I know it's not selling any of more of their consoles, but no one can fucking get one right now anyway, still.
Implicitly.
Like,
yeah, and I mean, it's always been like that between generations, right? Where going from like Xbox 360 to One, and that generation, there were a lot of big games that came out on both. Like, wasn't Destiny on both of them, but eventually they had to cut off the 360 support because the game was getting too big and ridiculous, and they were being held back by 360. So I think it was that, or when they went to 2 or something like that. But that to me, it makes sense to do that kind of thing, but it's never before even had the ability to upgrade to the other version, really, as far as I know. So I don't know. It's not a big thing to me.
Wow.
But I just kind of thought that was interesting because it was kind of blowing up this last week, and
Yeah, I didn't
Again,
see anything about that.
the backlash made them come out and say we messed up because they did say it would be free in the past, and
Wow.
stick to your word.
like I said, it kind of doesn't make sense that it would be free, but because you could just go buy the PS4 version and get the upgrade.
Yeah,
It's an incentive though. If it incentivizes you to get the PS5 because you're like, well, I got this free game.
Well,
But-
no, but the only way Sony's making money off of the new consoles is they're basically in the hole for all the consoles who are making their money back through the price of the game.
well, yeah, and like what Sean said, so I could
was looking
go,
at it.
I could
Yeah.
go buy the PlayStation 4 version, and then basically get the game $10 cheaper because
Yeah.
I didn't buy the PlayStation 5 version.
Yeah.
Because it's 60 versus 70, and
And
without the $10 upgrade, it's just I get it for 60 then and get an upgrade.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that is weird, but I don't know. Just make it not 70
Wow.
in the first place, and then it's the same
Yeah.
price.
True.
It's true.
That's true.
What do you got, dude? I don't have a lot, if anything.
Still playing Stardew.
This is his 10th time.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool though, and I feel like I might have said this last episode. I don't remember, but this is the furthest we've gotten in this game ever. And there's so much to this game that like every time I've ever played it, I feel like I only get like 10 to 20% into the game and then just put it down because I get in the farmer loop and I just keep farming and making money, and then I'm like, all right, I'm burnt out.
It's got to be a lot easier having like a partner to do it with, though.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
You can both separate tasks, and also, you're like, I don't know. It makes it easier to commit and keep going.
Yeah, there's more hands in the pot doing. I mean, like I was talking to some of my friends, and
More hands in the pot.
more hands in the pot.
More cooks in the kitchen.
more cooks in the kitchen.
Everyone's hands just like scolding in the pot. Fuck.
Yeah, more hands in the pot. But they're like, I'm on year 3 and I just got this, that, and the other. And like Danielle and I had that in year 1, right? Because there's 2 of us. We're both making money. We're both, one of us takes care of the chickens. One of us takes care of the cows. One of us does the gardening, and then one of us does the greenhouse. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. There was something else I wanted to talk about.
While you think about that, I just want to plug the Discord, which will be above Sean's head next to Steve. Go check out the Discord and also check out the Twitter at Debuff Pod on Twit.
On
I think
Twit,
we have like 15 tweets, maybe 10.
On the
I just
tweeter?
tweeted a few more times.
And yeah, go check those out. We'd love to have you on the Discord. We've been talking about thumbnails. We've been talking about titles. We've been talking about gaming, Stardew Valley.
Yeah. I did want to say that I talk a lot of shit about Shane, and he is a piece of shit, and you need like 5 stars to get anything out of him where he stops being an asshole to you. But his story is pretty sad. So I do feel a little bit bad about being so mean to him because he acts like a piece of shit, and the way he talked to me in every single time I've ever played the fucking game, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But Danielle started talking to him a lot, and I saw over her shoulder, so I did start talking to him more. And it's pretty sad. I feel a little bit bad for the guy.
Just to clarify, this is the Stardew
It's
Valley
an
character
NPC.
Yes.
that Sean was roasting last week out of jealousy because Danielle and him were talking a bunch.
Well, it goes to show you, because of how he feels about it, how good the character development is.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I mean,
Or
there's
the writing.
there's a lot of really cool, like, I don't know. This is the furthest I've gotten relationship wise with people. The furthest we've gotten with farming. We just last night finished the community center, which in year 2 I feel like is really hard to do in year 2. I mean, I could be wrong. I've never done even like 5 bundles. But the community center is essentially, you go in there and it's all run down. It's broken. Like, that's why the town is kind of failing, because Joja Mart came in and it's like the Walmart of the game. And they're like overrunning the town. And the community center, you go in there and they have these little Junimos. They're these little balls, little ball guys. and you have to donate items to bundles, and it will fix a room when you've completed the bundles in that room. And I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, it's like items that you can only get in a certain season, items that you can only get by fishing at this certain time of night. So I didn't donate a single thing to the community center, but I did help collect a lot of it. Danielle did a lot of the collect, like, memorization of what we needed to get for specific bundles. Like, she'd be like, "Oh, I need that," and every time I got a new item, I was like, "Do you need this for the community center?" So it was pretty cool. I also finished the mines, which don't think I've ever. I think I did one time, but I never figured out what the key was for. But now that we've completed the community center, I know what the key's for. I would say that, and I think I said this last episode again, if you have someone in your life that you are, partnered with, highly recommend this game to play with your partner. And I think Mason and Maddie, you two should play it.
It's true.
Wow.
I just feel like in general having like looks like an awesome co-op game if you play with.
It is, but I
You
feel like
joystick?
it's also like a step. It's more fun with someone that you're in a relationship with in a way. Like, I feel like it is fun to play with someone else, right? Regardless. But like me and her, like, I don't know, just sitting next to each other, collaborating on what we're gonna do next.
I also think it's like the first time besides Animal Crossing you guys have really had
Played
a
a
game to
multiplayer
like
game, yeah.
bond over like excessively, like 50 something hours. You're probably at like 60 now.
I think we just hit 40. I think I
You
said
just told-
43 last week, but I was wrong.
Okay, I was gonna say you definitely made.
Yeah, I was. Steam. Why does Steam not own Steam.com? It's Steam powered.
You tell me.
I don't know, man. Pissing me off.
But
No, Steam powered. Store.steampowered.com. Steam.com goes nowhere. I don't know why they don't own that domain.
But
Steam, get it together. All right, 46 hours on record. On record.
yeah, so I mean, I just feel like that's pretty exciting for you.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry I keep talking about it. A lot of cool story in there. A lot of cool characters. Definitely a fun game to play. Never owned a horse before. Now I own a horse, which is pretty cool. I like riding my horse around.
Right on, dude. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Get around quickly. Can you
also-
get that backhoe on the horse?
I promise I won't talk about Stardew next
No, dude.
weekend.
No,
That's
you
fine.
can
That's all
talk
you've
about
been
it as much
playing.
as you want, man.
I could go on and on about Final Fantasy 14,
I
but
know
I don't
you
think
could.
anyone wants to hear about that. So
I want
I'm
to
gonna wait
talk.
till I get to a point where I got something real to talk about. But
Do you
continue.
got so? I guess so. So I don't have the video on me, and I'll have to put it in post because it just happened like before you guys got here. But it's more about Mario Golf because if we're gonna stay on Stardew, I just have one thing to say about golf.
All right.
So I'm playing today. I'm playing ranked. I'm getting my rank up. I think I'm like top like 1900 in the world. And the earlier you start, the
Yeah.
easier it is to get to a higher rank. And so I'm playing today, and I come up against this guy who plays as Boo. Boo is the ghost, right? Do I have that right?
Yes. This is Boo.
And every time
Well,
Boo is the ghost, right? Yeah.
now you've got me questioning.
Boo is the ghost.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Yeah.
No,
but
I was
I
just
know.
making sure.
I know, but I'm just like you're confusing
Come on,
me.
guys.
No, I know, but I'm like definitely is the ghost.
Is
but
this
when
even a gaming podcast?
You're
anymore?
asking me. It's like
Wow.
fucking me up when you ask that question because I'm like obviously.
So I'm playing against this guy. His name in the game, his username is Nick. And I'm playing him and a couple other people. And we're on the second to last hole. And I think he gets knocked off the green by somebody, not me. I do not use my special shot unless it's to get to the green from a further distance. I hit my ball on, I get a birdie, whatever. I don't even know if it was a birdie. The next hole, he like clearly has this vendetta for me that I don't understand. I'm like, bro, that wasn't me. Because what happens is you'll be sitting at the tee off section, and you can see if people have hit yet or if they're readying their like I'm gonna fuck you up shot. And so he's sitting there and he's turning it off and on, like kind of telling me like I'm gonna do this. And so I was like, all right, I'll wait it out. I was like, dude, I got all day. I was like, you do your thing. And so he finally hits it, but he hits it like one shot away so that he can still hit it again and hit me with it. But luckily I went quick enough and he didn't hit me. And so the next round, this is uncommon, we get paired up again, which is complete. It's not like you rarely get paired up with the same person back to back. We're on the last hole. He hasn't done shit yet. And I'm keeping my eye on him. Because in the ranked rounds, you only get one special shot. And so he hits the ball, and I'm like, okay, he hit it. He didn't use his special shot. He still has it, but he hits it next to the green, which means he still has an opportunity to fuck me up. And I'm like, I'm going to wait. I'm still going to sit here and wait. And this is what I have on film. Instead of hitting his ball in, he turns around and readies his special shot and shoots it back at me on the tee. And so I clock this in my head right as he's about to do it. And while his ball's in the air, I hit it. So he just goes straight back to the tee.
Oh my God. That's
dude,
awesome.
And I was like, what's your fucking problem, dude? Like, I don't even know you.
It's so funny, though.
He wasted like 3 shots.
The equivalent of teabagging in Halo
to
my,
come back
Mario
and try
Golf.
and fuck me
Yeah,
up.
I mean, you beat him last round, so he's like, let's get this guy.
I just don't get why, like, he had a vendetta. And I was like,
That's
dude, I don't
so
know
funny.
you.
I did not realize it was that competitive. It's fucking Mario Golf.
I know, but the thing is that he went down 3 shots because of that move, which means I won. So it's like, what's the motive? It's so funny.
Yeah, it's just
I have the
Fuck
whole
your-
thing
fuck your
retaliation.
thing up,
where
dude.
I'm looking at the tee because I'm waiting to see if he turns on his special shot, and you see his character slowly just turn around.
that's so funny.
And I was like, he's gonna fucking hit it at me, and he fucking does it. And I was like, all right, I'm not gonna let you play this game. So I hit it right as he launched the ball, because as long as you're not touching the ground, you don't get hit by it.
That's so awesome, dude.
So I have a little clip of it, dude. It was so stupid. I was like, dude, you really got to calm down. I don't even know you, and
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't fuck
again,
you up.
Yeah, that's
you
bullshit,
beat him
dude.
once, so he was like, let me just mess this guy up. That's so funny.
It's pretty funny. So I'll put that clip. I'll like loop it in post, but
Yeah.
I did have one quick thing just to share with you guys because I think I'm gonna buy it. September 18th, there's this Sailor Moon sweater that goes live from
That's pretty dope.
from some shop that I've
You're
never
gonna buy
heard
it
of
for
before.
you?
I think that's so fucking cool, dude.
That is cool.
Like, I think I'm gonna buy it.
that is really cool. Maddie would like that. Speaking of things, really quickly.
Speaking of things,
Speaking of like Twitter style things you should buy, just give you a little sneak peek of what's coming next week. I just bought an 80 game. What was it?
Oh.
Case.
I thought you didn't want to give anything away.
No, I'm just gonna say that I basically bought the Nintendo Switch case
Yeah.
that has you
It's
can
just
that can
clip
hold.
just clip what I said.
What?
Just clip that.
Oh, I don't care.
No. Just clip it, dude.
Dude, you know what the funny? I'll talk about that after. But an 80 game cartridge holding case.
Yeah, it was
So-
like $14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's like-
actually
it
I
was-
saw that and I totally forgot. No, I didn't forget, but I saw that and I was like,
It was
that's a
on. It was
lot.
on a lightning sale,
Yeah.
so I got it.
I texted you the picture so you can put it on the screen.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. I had something I want to talk about. A new game announcement that Sean probably doesn't give a shit about. Mason, I kind of doubt you saw this, but did you hear about Marvel's Midnight Suns?
I saw the thumbnail for the trailer.
You know what XCOM is?
Should I wait the old military game,
Yeah, I mean there's newer ones. It is like military fighting, like
or is that SOCOM?
SOCOM is. Yeah, that's probably what you're thinking of.
So
XCOM is
Marvel
like-
is teaming up with SOCOM.
No, it's XCOM is like a strategy game, but it's I don't know what you want to call it. Like
It's like grid based.
no, it's like you have an area of movement. I don't think it's a grid. But
I'm imagining
It might be.
You take turns and then you move.
I don't
up
know
and
if any of them are. I'm pretty sure the new ones aren't. I don't know about the old, but they're it's like that where you have an area you can go, and it's like a tactical strategy.
Like
It has
Mario
RPG.
Rabbids.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually it's
Okay.
Rabbids, except for that's like probably where Rabbids kind of got the idea. There's other games like it, but XCOM's the big one. That studio is making a game for Marvel where it looks similar, and you got like 3-person teams, and there's like a new hero in it that you can customize and give your own power to, called the Hunter. And
Tell me the name of the game one more time.
Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Marvel's Midnight.
Dude, it looks awesome. It's coming to all consoles. I don't know if that's really your kind of game, but it's got a cool story to it. Yeah,
I
and
see
that's
comic accurate Wolverine.
but that's what's really cool. And I was told that there is a storyline that this is probably based off, except for I'm not totally sure because Midnight Suns it was spelled different when I looked it up. I didn't look into it enough, but that's what's awesome is that I was kind of expecting every Marvel game going forward to be like Avengers, MCU type stuff because that's all
exactly.
they've been doing. And on this, you see Ghost Rider, Blade, Wolverine.
Dude, a Ghost Rider, that always trips me up. I always thought that was just a stupid Nicolas Cage movie.
No, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
But he ruined
Ghost Rider's cool. Yeah.
I know. I
mean,
didn't know. I know. I like for a long time. I didn't know that.
But I mean, that was back when Marvel was making bad movies, like the Daredevil film.
No,
and
this
all
looks
that.
cool. I don't love that game style.
No, but
You guys love that, and I don't really understand it.
this is definitely different than like Final Fantasy Tactics, but
Yes, that's
it's
that's
not.
what
It's
I
So
don't
you
similar
guys-
to
understand
that.
why you don't understand that.
I don't get. I guess I don't get it.
I mean,
It's like
what am I-
chess. It's like a
Yeah,
more.
I don't really know how to play chess.
I don't know how to play chess either, dude.
Hold
but
on.
It's more
the only
like,
thing that has to do with chess is moving around
yeah,
in an
that's
area
just
and
what I'm
taking
saying.
pieces.
It's very similar in that
I'm just-
aspect of like here's the board. You can move your characters this far. Each character can move this many spaces.
So here's what I'll say, and again, I don't know how many like
Dude, life is
Our-
one big game of chess.
RPG.
I'm
Let's
playing
deep.
4D chess, dude.
I don't know how many RPG elements it really is going to have or anything like that, but we played a lot of RPGs, turn-based RPGs and stuff, old Final
I
Fantasy
didn't.
and things. Right, but so you go from having battles where your characters line up, maybe there's positioning, and you attack each other in turns. Go from that, but now you're on a map where you can move around and hit people. That's why we like it, because that's more interesting. There's another element to it where you're actually, like involved in moving around, positioning and stuff like that.
That's fun.
This is not like
Oops.
Final Fantasy Tactics, but I think it's a really cool idea. I remember hearing rumors of it a while ago, and I think it was thought to be maybe an X-Men game or something. I'm sure somebody that leaked it saw a like demo with like Wolverine or whatever, but I just think it's really interesting because small teams, it's Marvel, and it's going to be neat. You get set up against a bunch of guys, use your different powers to mess them up.
I like that they're taking a new direction.
Yeah.
I think that's really
that's
cool.
pretty cool. I won't be copping for sure, but
Yeah, I mean, there's also supposed to be like there's this card system for your
I'm not
abilities,
finna
which
cop.
makes me think it probably won't be as hard as XCOM because they're adding more like randomness to it. But
The only style of those games that I've ever liked, or that format. Do you guys remember? I think it was for PS2, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Do you guys remember that game?
Yeah, I don't think I ever played that. There was a lot of Lord of the Rings games that came out, but I know what you're talking about. Is that not more of a?
That's more of a Final Fantasy style where it's the line up, but I don't necessarily remember how you move around. But that was the only. Do you remember this cover?
yeah, man.
Yeah, because I
Lord of the
remember
Rings.
playing.
I
Lord
wanted
Age.
I wanted to play that game. I used to really like Lord of the Rings, but I never played any of the games. And there was that one that came out pretty recent. Well, not recently, but a couple years ago.
with the Shadow of
Shadow of
Mordor game.
Mordor.
Yeah, and I heard that game was fucking amazing.
I've seen. I had a roommate in college who played the first one, and it was pretty. It was pretty cool looking.
It
Yeah.
definitely has that like I don't know what I want to call it, like the Arkham like rhythm fighting type thing. Assassin's
Yes,
Creed
it
kind of
totally
had it too,
does.
where like
I think it was
you
Shadow of War.
That's
I'm
the
thinking
newer
of.
one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Okay.
thinking. 2017.
Shadow
but
of
like you're
Mordor.
fighting people and then it's like
Shadow of
icon
Mordor.
where they're about to hit you and you press counter but it is cool and actually those games just side note had that really cool what is it? The Nemesis system.
Yeah, and the bosses, like,
Yeah.
they were auto-generated.
Yeah, and if they killed you, like they would be like remember you and shit like that. That system is actually like more complicated than you would probably notice when you play. And I'm pretty sure they were trying to. I don't know if they got it, but they were trying to patent it, which is another interesting conversation of patenting game mechanics. But yeah, I thought that was kind of weird.
I remember being really blown away by that style, where it's like every time you start your campaign, you have new bosses that are generated by the computer.
Yeah, I
With
never
new
played
names
this.
and
This is
shit.
turn-based RPG. I definitely never played this.
The Third Age.
There was definitely one game I played a lot with one of our friends growing up that was more of like an action RPG.
I would love to watch the trailer. I need to mute this. Because, dude, I don't even remember much about this game. I just remember liking it.
Yeah. Well,
It's time to help people customize and save.
Okay. I just muted it, but I guess not.
I don't know that I do like something like Shadow of Mordor and War, where it's based on a property but is not the freaking like adaptation, because there's been some hits and misses for licensed video games, but I always think that's cool when they want to make something in the world of Lord of the Rings but don't follow the movies or books. And same with like Star Wars. Every time there's a cool Star Wars game that is not Skywalker-esque is way cooler to me.
Yeah.
I never I saw Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
How was it?
Shang-Chi?
Kevin Feige has said it 3 different ways.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to figure out.
In the
I
movie,
saw-
it's Shang-Chi. In out on the red carpet, it's Shang-Chi. I don't know. All I know is that if you want to tell me how to say it, I'll say it that way.
No, I actually just saw a TikTok about like some guy trying to say that my Chinese wife said to pronounce it this way, and then another dude was like, my Chinese mom says that that's not correct, and apparently it was like a whole
I've
thing.
heard it at where the CH is like more of like a soft
She?
S
Yeah.
sound, like almost like Shang, like C.
I don't know.
Whatever. It was really an incredible film. The amount of Asian representation in this film is like unheard of. The director is Asian, and most of the lead cast, minus I think 1 or 2 people, are of Asian like descent.
Yeah, I mean it should be that way.
And dude, it was like, I thought it was really strong, and I think the after credit scenes are cool. I'm not going to say anything so you can see it, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, I have not seen it yet. I'm interested.
Bruh.
I've seen a couple like small things about it, and one I wanted to ask you, which I feel like the answer is yes, just from what I've heard. But were the fight scenes awesome?
Dude, some of them were choreographed so well.
Yeah,
Like like one of the first things is you see the dude who has the 10 rings. The character's name is I think Wen Wu. Fight against somebody from this like mystical village, and it's just like it's a dance. It's a beautiful dance, and Wen Wu, the actor, is a popular Chinese actor, I believe, and he said like in press material like, I've never worked with an American crew before, and it was great. And he's like, honestly, he's like kind of the villain, but he is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's some scenes where he's fucking whipping it, and you're like, dude, he is the real deal.
yeah. I'm excited for that. I heard there's a lot of good like long shots, no like shaky cam or cutting around a lot for some of the big fights and things. And honestly, Marvel's action scenes are not always great. Like they do some good stuff.
It's a lot of CGI.
Yeah, and a lot of the fights with superpowered people and things, it's just, not necessarily flying around, but just in my mind, superhero fights, flying around, powers, like hits, big hits, but you don't get any real like choreographed hand-to-hand combat except in like maybe some of the Captain America stuff. Really,
Yeah, it was very. It felt like as many practical effects as they could do within reason. You know, obviously there's a bunch of scenes where he's whipping around the 10 rings, and it's like, okay, you know, he probably just has like a rope or something on his hand, but dude, like, it was powerful because it felt like this is a Marvel film that tried to take all of the amazing things about Asian martial arts films and turn it into a modernized version of that. It's not true to kung fu, like old, you know, 50s and 60s style kung fu films.
no wire fu.
When you
over
think
here.
of like Ghost of Tsushima, it's not like that, but it's like,
Ghost of Tsushima was like.
well, yeah, but that's like traditional kung fu films where it's like
Are you
everything's
thinking
very...
about something else? Ghost of Tsushima was the game.
No, I know, but you know how they have like the cinema mode?
Oh yeah. That's samurai movies.
Yeah,
is what-
it's not like a samurai film, which are very like
Well, that's what the
calm.
Ghost thing is like Kurosawa
Yeah.
films. But I get what you're saying. Like they didn't.
this just has a lot of great things about it that I'm just glad that that made it to the MCU. And one thing that I talked with Maddie about, this is the last thing I'll say about it. The best thing about these origin stories is that now we have a couple of characters that we really like, and now that when we see them in the bigger films, the big franchise like Avenger films, or potentially like if there's a Thunderbolt film, these people, like, you got to see them in the origin, and now you get to see them as regular people, because this is very like mystical and like there's all this backstory and it's the family and this and that. But like when you get to see like Ant-Man in Civil War, you're like, I've seen Ant-Man and I really like him, and it's just funny that he's here and he's normal. And now that we've got to see Shang-Chi in his environment, and we get to see him like fight potentially Galactus or the Silver Surfer or whatever it ends up being, or Kang, it's like, I've seen his shit, and now I want to see him fuck up Kang. And it's just cool. That's what makes it so good, is that we've seen him do his thing, and now we get to see him be a little bit more normal and just be a human, and also be a superhero. So
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I
Don't got too much to say about
that's just
Yeah,
what
sorry, Sean.
that's what we love about it, I think, is like you have a rapport with them when you get to the bigger films.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never really thought about it like that, but I guess that's fair. I mean,
That's what, at least that's what I like.
it's just when you, I don't know. I feel like seeing them all come out as they were like coming out, I was more like, oh, this is crazy that we're getting the Avengers. Like that's always what I was thinking. Not necessarily that I was excited to see them be. I mean, it is interesting. Like maybe not the first Avengers movie, but as they've added people in, it was cool to, like you said, see somebody like Ant-Man or whatever get involved. And be brought in as, I mean, he isn't that important, but getting like a Civil War with Bucky actually being like an important plot point, I thought was like pretty interesting.
Well, even like, I'll give credit to DC for in the Snyder Cut.
I mean,
I had seen the original Wonder Woman film, and I was like, I know enough about her, and I feel like I have a rapport. I didn't really know much about Superman, and I didn't see Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman, but like, I just, when you meet the new Barry Allen, it's just like something feels off, because I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him play the Flash. So I'm kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to get all in on this, but the mistake they definitely made was like, I think I was cool with them trying to make it more like, when you watch Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut felt more like a Cyborg centered movie than the like theatrical release. Like you got a lot of Cyborg, which was nice, but yeah, trying to really fit in the other characters was weird. They tried too much to put in, because even Aquaman was in that before the Aquaman movie came out.
Exactly. Yes.
And I just think that was a little bit much.
Introducing two superheroes in this.
It was like three. Barry Allen wasn't in it.
Cyborg.
Aquaman,
Yeah,
Cyborg.
sure.
Was Wonder Woman's movie out before that?
Wonder Woman was
I
out,
think.
and then the Batman and
Yeah. But it's just
Superman films.
that was a lot. You don't get to see him, and I think people have said this, but Zack Snyder is good at taking like cool comic book pieces, panels, and things, and making them come to life. But he doesn't necessarily pave the way there the best, especially with the Snyder Cut. There's a lot more there that was, good, as opposed to the Whedon ass cut that came out in theaters. But it's very awkward to go in and basically just expect that everyone knows. If you come and see it and don't know anything about the Flash, you're like, why is he in here talking to his dad in jail? Like, what's going on?
Dude.
Like, and he makes a comment about maybe getting into like CSI or whatever, and you're like, should I care about that? Is that for this movie?
It felt like setups.
Yeah, and it was, but
I did like Ben Affleck as Batman.
I do
in Snyder Cut.
I love the Batfleck, dude. But enough about Snyder Cut.
Yeah, on to
That's
things that we
way
can
old
all
now.
talk about.
Well, I mean, the same. This I feel like it's pretty 3 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes ago. You guys know Michael K. Williams? He was Chalky and in Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, dude.
I did not watch
this.
that.
And he was Montrose Freeman in Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
He just fucking died.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so
shit, bro.
sad, dude.
Yeah, dude. He was a fucking amazing actor.
Yeah,
he did
dude.
a really good job in Boardwalk Empire.
Dude, he was incredible in Lovecraft Country. He wasn't in it that much, but he was great.
Yeah, no,
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad about that.
Has anybody said like cause of death or?
It says found dead in his apartment at 54. Was discovered face down unconscious in the dining room of his luxury Williamsburg pad with what appeared to be heroin on the kitchen table.
Oh man, I thought he was up past that stuff. He's been on Vice before talking about his life. About that stuff.
It's
That's really sad.
It's sad, man. I mean, he was like honestly like one of my everything he's ever been in that I've watched.
I've never
awesome.
seen Boardwalk.
Boardwalk Empire is super good, dude. I mean,
Where is it? Where can I see it? Is it Hobo Max?
It used to be on Netflix, I think.
It's on,
Bro.
I think it's on HBO now.
bruh.
Man, I just hit the camera again.
Dude, we're fucked.
Is it good?
It's fine.
That was my fault for the viewers,
Looks like it's on Hulu, HBO Max. Yeah, I mean, it's a very good show. Not to derail too much here, but very good
it's
show.
sad.
I'm just about
It's
to
very
pour one out
sad
for the
that-
homie, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Pour one out for him. Under the carpet.
Don't do that, please. But yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah, dude, I would do that. Yeah, that's
Pretty
fucked
sad.
up, man. I feel like every time an actor or someone famously like dies, it's so weird to be like you care about it when you're like, well, I didn't know this person, but you got to experience like their work, their art, and you do kind of feel like some of these people. Like you said, you've seen a lot of stuff he's in. It's always been awesome, and to just be like, wow, I'll never see anything with him again is pretty rough.
I agree. I just wish people wouldn't post about it. I can understand news stories or even just saying like, I really liked this stuff, but like when you go on Instagram and you see like a photo of like somebody who's recently passed away, it's like, all right, you're not even an influencer. Like stop. Or if you are,
Yeah,
it feels like clout chasing.
I know, I get you. I mean, it's the same thing as like when big world events are happening and you're not adding to the conversation. You're just saying, hey, like I'm also thinking about it. But I don't know. I mean, that stuff affects, everyone differently. And I get what you're saying, but sometimes I also think people are like, well, not everyone's as plugged in as I am to this. And I want people to know that it happened and I'm sad about it, which again, it's maybe making it about you, but
Yeah,
I'm sad
I
now.
think that the rest in peace posts of someone you've never met, it's kind of a fine line of like, hey, I want attention about this thing, but also like you may really like that actor, right? I don't know. I try my hardest, like when it's someone who's famous, right, to like not really buy into the whole like, and remove yourself from the death. Like it's not my business.
It's true.
But I really liked him, man. Like
He was
I think
really
he's a very
incredible.
good actor. He did a great job in everything I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
And
Well, here we are talking
RIP.
about it.
I know,
Say,
not,
But-
and
but-
it's not.
no.
It's just what I was reading on Twitter as we're talking about
Yeah.
Marvel. You know?
Well,
Marble.
I think
Marvel.
Marble Studios.
there's also something to say about like the effort, like someone just posting a photo of him and being like, "Dude, my favorite actor died," or whatever, like that. You know,
Gone
but-
but not forgotten.
when the author of Berserk died, I was pretty fucking sad about that, dude. I
Yeah.
cried, but that shit means a lot to me. I know nothing about the guy at all, right? But seeing a lot of the stuff that people were making, like posting art that they had done or editing like cool clips and stuff together to like as an
that's
homage,
one
like
thing.
that stuff I really enjoyed. You know, to see everybody like posting about it. But it wasn't just here's a picture of him, which actually, if you look him up, there's like not many pictures of the guy. So, but that kind of stuff I feel like is, you know, appreciated. And, you know, having a discussion about it like this, I was just joking, but this is more than just here's a photo of my man's. But
you know what I realized we never talked about? That those games that I got at Goodwill.
Oh yeah, Mason
Your
found
come
some.
Dude,
some
I had a
crazy
serious
shit, man.
come up. I had a
Some
serious come
crazy
up.
shit, man.
Just to
It's pretty.
yeah,
pretty
you were out
insane.
there grinding early
Okay.
in the day, bro, like getting that bread in Goodwill.
look.
Getting that good bread.
My job allows me a lot of freedoms, and one of those freedoms is to be able to go to Goodwill at 2:00. So
Dude.
no, but so I've been watching a lot of
Fucker.
YouTubers. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers
Yeah.
who retro game hunt. Let me shout out a few. Metal Jesus Rocks. He's a total goober, but
Have you seen his new room, dude? It's pretty sick.
oh yeah,
It's pretty
dude,
sick.
I love his. He's just like so.
His new house.
He's so
got
pure.
The whole downstairs, man.
It's incredible. He's got a serious collection.
I think he's a big nerd.
He's
Like,
a
and
super nerd,
I-
but he's so pure.
Yeah,
there's
no.
not there's not an evil bone.
I told
in
you
his
about that.
body.
My friend on Twitter who like, he role plays as Metal Jesus Rocks.
Oh, really?
It's so fucking funny
That
to
is
me.
Metal Jesus Rocks. His most recent video is really cool. You would love it. It's about this guy who goes to Japan and brings back a lot of really cool shit. I'm telling you, I'm gonna send you that video.
I've seen some of his stuff before, for sure.
Yes, but this dude, this
Yeah.
guy has some like new old stock of some incredible shit. This guy recently started watching Retro Rick. Just a cool, like, I think he's from one of the Carolinas. Excuse me. There's a guy, Phoenix Resale. I watch him, and that's all I can think of right now. But I've been watching them a lot, and I was like, I'd really like to go to a Goodwill and see if I can find like anything, because usually, especially our Goodwill, like, dude, it sucks. It's like
Yeah.
We Fit, Just Dance 2014, and like a sports title.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't be doing it in small towns like this, for sure.
Yeah. And so I was like, I told Manny, I was like, I'd like to go to Manassas. They've got a couple Goodwills. Manassas is suburbia. Maybe there's some good games lying around. We go to Salvation Army, that huge one, like the
Yeah.
really nice one, the big one. They had some game. They had some PS2 games, and I think some Xbox 360 games. Nothing crazy. I was really looking for like DS, 3DS, which is kind of hard to find. I go to McKay's. They have a good selection, but they've been picked through because people know you can buy games there, and their eBay prices, which are sometimes really expensive. And then there was another Goodwill across town. I was like, let's go there, and then we'll be done. We go to it. Or no. I'm sorry. We went to a Goodwill before McKay's, and that was the good one. It's this tiny little Goodwill. Do you know where like the Baja Fresh is, and like the Pollo Ranchero, and
No.
like the Borders in Manassas?
Oh yeah. Okay. Right next
Sure.
to the movie theater.
No. Sorry. That is there's I think the Borders moved. It's closer to the mall.
Boros
It's closer to the
Is-
mall.
I thought Borders died, dude.
Maybe it
No.
wasn't Borders.
Did it?
What's another like
I
bookstore?
don't know the one
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah,
Barnes
okay,
and
it's
Noble
probably-
definitely died.
It's probably
What?
a Barnes and Nobles.
I'm pretty
it's
sure
dying. It's not dead.
I thought it was dead.
I don't know. if
Stores
it's-
are closing,
don't-
but
It's across from a Barnes and Nobles.
Bodos.
and,
I almost ordered a
and the
shit ton of
Manassas
manga
Mall.
from.
Yeah,
It's like a
Borders.
couple.
Borders went defunct.
Yeah, sorry, it
2011.
was
Yeah,
not a Borders.
Barn and Noble.
Barn and Noble. Barnes
But,
and Nobles is.
They're still fire, dude. That's they got a lit manga.
Actually,
set.
doesn't
across
make
the
sense,
street
I was
by the
going-
Wendy's.
It doesn't make sense when they went defunct. But anyway, go ahead.
Dude,
Sorry.
Defunct Land, YouTube.
That's a very good fucking YouTube channel.
It's near the Manassas Mall. It's right
Okay.
up the street.
Okay.
I go in there and they have this little like table near the back where they've got like 1 billion DVDs and then like maybe like 10 video games. And I'll put it on screen. I see 4 DS games. I think they're all 3DS. I see Splinter Cell, which I'd never heard of on the DS, which is cool.
Did you
Was
buy that?
I did.
I did.
A Bakugan game, which I kind of wish I picked up because of the price. Because it was like a silver package. It was really nice. And then
Ass game though. for sure.
Pokemon X and Pokemon Black 2, I believe. I believe.
I thought it was just X.
Pokemon Y and Pokemon Black version 2.
Oh,
$2.99 a piece. Now, if you know anything about resale eBay prices for Pokemon games, it's fucking absurd, dude. Like, I think it's like $50 cartridge only for true
Black,
Pokemon games.
Black is
Black 2.
yeah, Black 2 30 85 114 26 98
Yeah. Pokemon games
99.
are very much
what was
in
the other one?
demand.
Pokemon
Nintendo
Y?
games don't really go
Pokemon
down
Y.
in value, and Pokemon's literally the most popular franchise in the whole world. So
44 60 40 27.
it
That's
just makes
bid.
sense.
So average maybe $40 complete.
Yeah, which is basically retail value.
I got them for $2.99 each. And then
Oh, why don't you just rub it in?
I'm gonna rub it in a little
'Cause you were
harder.
looking for games.
I open up. I get in the car. I open up one of them,
Why?
and there's Pokemon Pearl in it also.
Yeah, that's so
Pokemon
funny.
Dude,
Pearl.
I don't know how
Now,
they just fucking let
the
that slip
cart-
by.
The cartridge sticker's fucked. It's literally peeled off in the box, but I know it's Pearl. Pokemon Pearl. That game's about to come out. What's that worth? Probably still like loose, maybe 30 or 40. Pokemon Pole.
Again,
70
Complete.
12 45.
That's a repro cartridge, dude. You can never sell a real Pokemon game for
44.
$12.
30 50.
Yeah. So I basically got, if you, let's say like fair price, 30 or $40 per game, I like easily picked up $120 worth of Pokemon games for like
Yeah, that's a fucking steal.
like anyone in their right mind would be like, those Pokemon games will fucking move.
yeah,
if you
I mean
sell them.
nobody,
Yeah, that's kind of what mine looks like. It looks like it's ripped off.
still
someone wrote
$30.
Pokemon Pearl.
still $30.
Authentic cartridge only, tested
Take a
clean,
screenshot of
working,
that.
no label.
Dude, it's so funny to me because I understand why Pokemon's popular, and like I just said, Nintendo games themselves don't really go down in value, but for something like that to be,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
still
like the
$30.
farthest thing from mint condition, any worse it could get is if
Used.
like a dog had like bitten
the
into
pins
it.
are bent on the
Yeah.
back.
Dude, near mint.
Yeah.
That's some shit.
Dude,
Evil.
A
I'm
grade,
gonna fucking
bro.
message and be like, "Yo, is this mint?
Yeah, yo, is this has this been used?
Yo, has this been used? Is this mint?"
I mean, and there's somebody's gonna
new.
buy it because they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, it's
Uh,
50 cents
dude,
cheaper.
the condition acceptable.
Except no, dude, it's unacceptable. Dude, it should be for parts.
Dude, that grade is mid, dude. No way.
mid-grade.
dude, and the thing is, like, I told Maddie because I don't think she truly understood like the
come up,
level of
She's like, you gotta understand.
I said, look, you
gotta realize.
I
gotta
did. Say, I
realize.
probably said that 20 times in the car. I said, look, you gotta understand.
You gotta understand.
This is a serious find. Like, it's one thing to find these games out in the wild that haven't been picked through. It's another thing to find them for $3 each.
Yeah.
And she was like, dude, like, cool. I don't fucking care.
A
And I was
like new version of
and I was
Pokemon
like,
Diamond version with all of the paperwork that comes with it, selling for $120.
yeah, that's like new though. But still, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It to me, it was like it's like winning the crane game because it's rigged. Like you'll probably win the crane game once in your life. If you play 20 times, you might win once because they have a payout, right? I remember when I was a kid, I won it once on my first try, and like I spent years trying to like win again, and you never win. And so that's what it feels like. It's like this is never going to happen again because the resale market's so hot. And like these kids walked in after me and walked straight up to it, and I was like, they would have picked it up. So
you just robbed these kids basically of their
I was like,
dreams.
dude, fuck them. They should have gotten here earlier, dude.
No, I mean, so that's
They
tight.
just got off the bus.
What I hate is the channels of people that go and find these things and they're like, "Oh, this is 40. I'm going to resell these.
Retail
I got them for
arbitrage. Yeah.
I got them for $10. I'm going to make $110 off it." Like that always makes me a little bit sad, just because there are people that would probably get some fun out of it, like you. I mean, maybe you're not going to.
I'm not
You know.
selling those.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying maybe you're not going to sit down and play them all right now, but you have them so you can, and you're not going to sell them.
I've never played X. I've never played Y. I've never played Pearl. I've never played Black. So luckily, like I could have found Sun. I could have found Moon. I've never played these ones. So that feels really good. And I kind of want to get a vibe for Pearl before Pearl comes out, you know?
Are you going to get that?
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm going to get the chibi jump.
Dude, that still geeks me out. People are flipping out, but anyways.
What's that fart noise? Oh, dude, I actually got that sound on here. The fart reverb sound. Fart with extra reverb. Here, let me turn it down just so.
Is that really what that was? I think you guys kept. Okay,
Dude, the fucking wobble on it.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, the chibi jump. All right, I think we're done.
And
Anything
on a
else?
Productive episode. Hey, play Stardew Valley if you haven't played it. If you made it this far, check out our Discord. Please join the Discord. It's been pretty fun.
Join
Play
the
Final
Discord.
Fantasy 14. If you get on the Ultra server, we can chill. You know what I mean? It's got a free trial up to level 60, unlimited playtime, including
If
the
your name
first-
is Nick and you play Mario Golf Ranked, fuck you.
including the first award-winning expansion, Heaven's Ward.
Mario Garf.
Mario Garf.
If you work for Marble Studios and
play
play
Mario
Mario
Garf.
fuck you. All right.
Well, when's the Final Fantasy coming out? That's what I want to
When's
know.
the-
Never,
when's
but
the last-
16's in the works. So.
When's the last fantasy?
Well, probably never. I mean, maybe when they stop selling. Funny side note before we cut out, actually, they said if they ever remade 7, it'd be because they were in trouble, and then everybody started remaking games and shit, and they remade 7.
Well, that's good to know.
At least I read that. Fact check me, guys. Hit me up in the comments if I'm wrong.
Or join the Discord and roast his ass.
Yeah, I'm Steeds.
follow
Now
us
it's
on
easy
Twitter.
to tell which one I am. It was confusing for a little while.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I changed mine to Shane. You
Yeah.
see that?
Like and subscribe.
All right.
Twitter.
Ring the bell. Bye.
Discord.
Ring the bell. Join the Discord. Hit us up on Twitter. Bye.
True.
Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's DebuffPod. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.